Good morning. My name is Ashpreet Singh. My student ID is 33142026. Today I explain my assessment on Coca-Cola Company. The Coca-Cola Company operates in an increasingly volatile and fragmented global risk landscape. Its 2025 from 10K identifies explore to geopolitical instability, inflation, foreign exchange volatile commodity price fluctuations, and supply chain disruptions intensifies by climate change and international conflicts. Coca-Cola demonstrates a formally structured enterprise risk management architecture. According to its 2025 proxy statement, the board oversees risk through a dedicated ERM program supported by a risk steering committee and specialized councils including AI risk governance and cybersecurity oversight structures. Operationally, Coca-Cola reports cross-functional collaboration between its ERM team, sustainability terms, and supply chain leadership. However, its 2025 Form 10K highlights significant exposure to climate volatility, geopolitical instability, commodity price fluctuations, and cybersecurity threats. Strategically, Coca-Cola and PepsiCo operate under different risk exposure profiles. Coca-Cola remains primarily beverage focused despite innovation across sparkling juice and dairy segments. In contrast, PepsiCo operates a double category model combining beverages and convenient foods, drastically reducing category concentrations risk. Operational and environmental risk analysis. Operationally, Coca-Cola faces structurally embedded environmental risk exposure. Water remains and critical dependency. In 2023, the company used 1.78 liters of water per liter of beverages produced and identified 175 high-risk leadership locations exposed to water stress. Globally, water stress has increased to 18.6%, with nearly 800 million people living in high-stress environments. Since agriculture accounts for 72% of global freshwater withdrawals, climate-driven water scarcity directly affects Coca-Cola's ingredient supply chain. The IMF projects global growth slowing to 3.2% in 2025, with persistent trade fragmentation, tariff uncertainty, and softening labor markets. For, for multinational firms like Coca-Cola, this increases explore to foreign exchange volatility and protectionist trade measures. Research highlights that currency instability martially affects multinational earnings unless structured FX risk management systems are embedded. Between 2026 and 2030, Coca-Cola's risk landscape will increasingly be shaped by AI-enabled governance and regulatory acceleration. Risk shows that multinational firms are moving toward predictive AI-driven compliance monitoring and integrated ERM systems. This matrix synthesizes the key risks facing Coca-Cola between 2026 and 2030 by assessing both likelihood and strategic impact. Regulatory risk emerges as the most immediate exposure, with expanding sugar taxes across 116 countries and lightening ESG disclosure remains creating sustained revenue, and compliance pressure. Environmental risk is structurally significant as a global water stress has risen to 18.6, directly affect production regions. This analysis has drawn on a combination of corporate disclosures, international institutional reports, and peer-reviewed academic research to ensure analytic rigor and forward-looking credibility. Primary company data was sourced from Coca-Cola's 2023 Environmental Update, 2025 Form 10K, and 2025 Proxy Statement to assess governance structures, sustainability performance, and financially positioning. PepsiCo 2025 10K was used for benchmarking and competitive strategic insight. In conclusion, Coca-Cola's decision-making landscape is being reshaped by regulatory acceleration, environmental stress, microeconomic fragmentation, and technological disruption. These risks are interconnected and increasingly systemic. To remain resilient over the next 3 to 5 years, the company must embed predictive enterprises risk,